What's good, YouTube? And today's video is titled "Was with apologies to Jesse Jackson really bad?" You feel me? I already reacted to this episode. You can go see it on my channel. But after I reacted to it, a lot of people was in the comments talking about they had hidden messages. Well, not hidden messages, but they said this episode had a lot of deep messages that I might have missed. So I'm finna rewatch it and then go over was it really a bad episode or not once I catch all the hidden messages. You feel me? Also, some of this video is going to be me freestyling like I'm doing right now, and some of the video is going to be me reading the script when I'm talking about what's going on in that episode. So if my voice sounds a little different in certain clips, that's why, because I'm reading the script that I came up with. The episode starts out with Randy playing Wheel of Fortune, and he made it all the way to the bonus round. I ain't gonna lie, bro thought he was about to get that 30,000. He made it all the way to the bonus round. That boy was happy. This where things get a little tricky. The category for the word was people who annoy you. And Randy used all his vowels and ended up with N blank GGERS. That's crazy, right? N blank GGERS. The category, remember, the category is people that annoy you. N blank GGERS. Randy then proceeded to blurt out the N word with a hard R, but it turns out the word was naggers. You get it? If somebody nagging you, they're annoying you, so the word was naggers. But he said Niggers. Crazy. We then proceed to get an awkward silence and the most awkward car ride home. Keep in mind, this show was broadcasted live, so the whole world didn't see him say this. They couldn't edit it or nothing. The whole episode was live. But yeah, that's crazy though. I ain't gonna lie, the first thing that came to his mind when he heard when he saw N blank GGERS was niggers. I ain't gonna lie, that's pretty much everybody. When I seen the thumbnail for this episode, that was the first word that came to my mind. And that's crazy to think that that's literally the first word that comes to so many people's mind when they see that whatever you call it, acronym. Wait, is that an acronym? Whatever it is, bro. That's crazy though. We need to change how we think. I ain't gonna lie, because that should not be the first word that comes out of our mind when we see that. That's crazy. We then get back to the school, and of course Tolkien is mad at Stan. Tolkien is the black character. Stan tries to plead his case by saying his dad not racist, he's just stupid. And the whole time they were arguing, Cartman was instigating, talking about race war, everybody, it's another race war. Then he said the most craziest thing. Well, I ain't gonna say the most crazy, but he said something extremely crazy after that. He said, because Tolkien said he's not gonna fight Stan, it's not worth it, yada yada yada. And Cartman said, the race war is over, the white people win again. Now, when I was watching that, I was low-key thinking like, okay, Cartman might be onto something, because the white motherfuckers did win the first Civil War. But then I thought about it. I'm like, nigga, they didn't even win the Civil War. The South lost. You know, all the racist white mother effers that was in the South, bro, they lost the American Civil War. The Northern, I'm pretty sure the North won in the American Civil War, you feel me? And it wasn't just white people versus black people in that Civil War, because there was the racist white people down South, and the white people up North was trying to help the black people, if I'm not mistaken. I'm pretty sure that's how they went. So I don't know why Cartman said whites won again, like it was just a black versus white Civil War. And the South didn't even win, so I don't know where that came from. We then cut to Randy trying to plead his case to Jesse Jackson, but he ends up making it worse. Then Jesse tells him the only way he can apologize by kissing his ass and letting him take a picture. And he actually did it like an idiot. That's the crazy part. This Stan proceeds to plead his case to Tolkien again, but obviously it didn't work. David Nelson, a midget, then comes to the school to give an anti-hate speech, but ends up getting laughed at by Cartman, hysterically. Cartman deadass couldn't stop laughing at bro. We then see Randy go to a comedy club, and of course it's a black dude cracking the jokes, and of course he gets noticed for being nigger guy, and everybody starts laughing and calling him nigger guy. Randy wasn't feeling the vibe or his new nickname, and he leaves the club only to be called nigger guy by everybody in town. Here go why I think the first message of the episode comes in, because Randy starts getting discriminated against for the first time ever in his life, probably, and now he kind of know what black people go through. Because like everybody in the town was basically calling him a racist, and they was calling him nigger guy because he said nigger on TV and whatnot. So for the first time, I feel like Randy probably felt just a tad bit what black people go through every day when they're called the N-word, you feel me? Especially with the hard R. He might understand a tad bit, you know. The midget dude then proceeds to try to talk to Cartman and quote unquote change the way he thinks. And the counselor tells him it's probably best to just let it go. You know it's bad when a counselor don't even believe a kid can be helped. That's crazy. Cartman comes in the office and proceeds to joke the fuck out the midget all over again. Then the midget proceeds to get maxed out and curse at Cartman. The midget then tries to get everyone to call Cartman a fatso, but it didn't work at all, and he still wound up laughing at the midget. Like, the midget was that mad, he literally called all the kids in the auditorium and said, we're gonna call Cartman a fatso so that he can see how it feels to talk bad about people. And it didn't work. Cartman came in there and literally laughed at the midget all over again. Whole plan didn't even work. Randy then tries to right his wrongs by coming up with an African American scholarship. Then we get another iconic line. Oh yeah, that's what I also wanted to see. The first message I think from the episode actually was when Randy was talking to Jesse Jackson, because Randy dead ass thought from him apologizing to Jesse Jackson, he thought that was going to clear everything. He thought everybody was going to forgive what he did because Jesse Jackson is a black civil rights activist. That just goes to show you that he don't even really understand the depth of what he did. He don't really even understand how crazy it is what he just did, because he dead ass thought by apologizing to one black person that represented every black person. He thought every black person was just going to forget what he did because he apologized to a black civil rights activist. That's crazy, right? He don't even really realize, he don't really understand what he did and how it's so wrong. He literally just trying to clear his image. He don't even care about being sincere about apologizing and not using the word no more. He just want to clear his image. That's literally what this whole episode is about. Randy proceeds to tell a whole audience of black people. They were all black in that audience, and I quote, "You do not know how hard it is to constantly get reminded of something you don't like from your past," or something like that. Crazy how I said, and I quote, and then I proceeded to not even quote what he said. Ain't no way he just told a whole group of black people, you don't understand how hard it is to constantly get reminded of something you don't like from your past. Like, we don't get reminded about slavery damn near every day. That's crazy, bro. But then he proceeded to go more in depth with it, talking about everybody keep bringing up a painful chapter of my history and all the negativity that went along with it, and that black people can never imagine how that feels. Like, motherfuckers ain't constantly reminded about what our ancestors went through and all the bullshit they had to go through during slavery and segregation. Like, bro, that shit get thrown in our face every day, and you had the nerve to see we don't know what it feels like to be talked about. I mean, a negative chapter in our history to be talked about and all the negativity, whatever the fuck he said, bro. Like, you really had the nerve to say that shit, Randy? Nigga, we get talked about segregation, slavery, they throw that shit in our face every day. All in school, we gotta learn about that shit and what our ancestors had to go through. And you had the nerve to say that shit. That's crazy. Then throughout the whole episode, this nigga Randy literally kept saying the N-word. Matter of fact, all the white people in this episode said the N-word. And they had the nerve to be criticizing Randy the whole time. But the whole time they was criticizing him, they was literally saying the N-word theirself, which is crazy. Like, I didn't peep none of this the first time I watched it. I was just too busy laughing at the fact that they dead ass was saying the N-word with a hard R by white people on TV. I was completely missing the messages. Then later, Randy gets ambushed by some rednecks who was mad at him because he said the N-word. I'm not gonna lie, this part's still kind of confusing to me because I never really seen rednecks defend African Americans. But hey, I'm here for it, I guess. But yeah, then hella white motherfuckers pull up to defend Randy because they also said the N-word. And keep in mind, all these white people have been spamming the N-word the entire episode while criticizing Randy for it, like I just said. Anyways, all the white motherfuckers start talking about how they all said the N-word and they're all the same. But Randy said hell no, because he said it on accident. And they tell him they have a plan to make everything go away. And then Cartman and the midget start fighting, and Cartman josing him the whole time. Then Randy and his comrades go to the Supreme Court and says the term nigger guy should be illegal to say, and it actually gets banned because all the white motherfuckers swear they not racist. And the whole time the black people low-key pissed because all the white people keep saying the N-word with a hard R, and they totally missed the point because they literally only banned the phrase because they didn't want to be called it and be labeled as a racist. They didn't ban it because the N-word itself is racist. Like, you get what I'm saying? They literally banned the word because they were scared that somebody might call them the word and then they're going to be labeled as a racist. So they banned the word so that they wouldn't be labeled as a racist. They didn't ban the word because it's a bad word that you shouldn't say to people because it has a derogatory term. They banned it to save their own asses, basically. Then we cut back to Cartman beating the hell out of the midget, obviously, and he's still josing the fuck out of him. Stan finally then comes to the realization that he will never understand what it feels like for a black person when somebody uses the N-word because he isn't black. And him and Tolkien make up and then the episode ends. You feel me? And now, here goes my end takeaway from that video. My takeaway from that video is that it really shows you how oblivious a lot of white motherfuckers are. A lot of white motherfuckers think just like Randy. Because if you think about it, Not once in this episode did he sincerely apologize for what he said. The first thing he did was run to Jesse Jackson, somebody who has high ranking in the black community, and try to apologize to him so that he could appeal to the masses of the black people and look like he's not racist because he apologized to Jesse Jackson. Whole time he didn't even realize that low-key made him look more racist. Then he went to the Supreme Court to apologize. Then he went to the Supreme Court to get the word banned, talking about people might use it to label white people as racist by calling them a nigger guy. So he clearly still don't understand that it's a bad term. He literally only trying to get it banned so that people wouldn't call him that and all the other white people that they want to label as racist, you feel me? He didn't go to the Supreme Court and get it banned because it's a derogatory term. Like, so if you really think about it, Randy didn't even learn his lesson this whole episode. He literally still think how he think. Like, he don't regret what he did. This whole episode was him basically just trying to make everybody forget what he said instead of him actually trying to understand why it's important not to say that word so he don't repeat the same mistake again. Like, you get what I'm saying? You feel me? But y'all let me know y'all thoughts down in the comments. And also, if I missed any messages that y'all said I missed when I've reacted to the episode, let me know those messages down in the comments, you feel me? And also, let me know if y'all want more videos like this where I break down cartoon episodes and I label them as good or bad. Oh yeah, I'm gonna label that episode as good, you feel me? It wasn't bad in my opinion, because it deadass showed how a lot of white motherfuckers think, you feel me? Like, that just opened my eyes and really showed me how a lot of white mother effers be oblivious to the shit that's around them, bro. They deadass don't understand what a black motherfucker go through on a daily basis, and this episode really proved that shit, you feel me? So W South Park. Everybody in the comments comment W South Park, because that was a good ass message that they just relayed to the world. And hopefully if you watching this video, you learn something new and you understand what a lot of motherfuckers go through. If you black or white, you feel me? No cap. But yeah, that's the end of the video. Hopefully you enjoyed. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll catch y'all in the next one.